everyone, welcome to the second live stream for this weekend. Nice to see all of you guys. This is gonna be, of course, a little bit shorter live stream, a shorter one than yesterday. Of course, yesterday it was a little bit longer since we had a main list for the main altcoins, and today, of course, is specialized. Basically for your special requests, we're gonna see only a quick overview for Bitcoin on the micro level and for the dominance as well. So the other things are going to be solely for your special request. TG, hello, another live stream. Yes, indeed. It's very critical to have live streams this weekend. A double one, whatever it takes, just to survive this hard times right now for the market. So yes, we are going to do this. Shafi, nice to see you, buddy. Everyone hit the likes and share the stream. Thank you very much. 2 lives in a day. Yes, we have a second live for the stocks, of course, after the crypto, of course, on the stocks channel. We're gonna see, of course, what the stock markets might do this next week. Sui, please, unless you're covering other alts already, of course, man, whatever you need, we're gonna analyze. So Sui is there. Of course, Epsilon, hi KG, can you do a macro count for the Dow Jones on your stock market? Yes, we're gonna do this in the live stream, so make sure you're there, bro. And yeah, definitely we can do this with pleasure, man. Yep. Can you do house for Epsilon? I think you mean is crypto? Maureen Manzano, near. Yes, sure, buddy. Here we go. Let's see near what it do. Yesterday we didn't saw it anyway, so it's good to see it. Omega X, yes. Is this a crypto or is it stocks? Omega X. Let me check. Omega X. I think this is it's a crypto one, but it's wrapped on Solana, which okay, I think this is the one, right, man? Is it the one? Please make sure that you confirm. Omega X. Okay. The next one, MT, nice to see you, buddy. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you for reminding everyone. Thank you, guys. All right, so what's your thought on FET and JASMY? Well, let's see. Definitely we're gonna see those. Uxi, good afternoon, buddy. Tau and Dot. Yes, we can see Tau and Dot. Here we go. All right, and one more request. Meme games, WTF. Okay, it's called WTF, I think. All right. Okay, guys. So basically, yo, MG, nice to see you. Evo DZG, USDT. You mean the dominance? Yes, we can see the dominance including there. Yeah, USDT dominance. We cannot see both. Since this is an index, very interesting. Yo, MG, nice to see you, buddy. Please look at CRV. Yes, CRV definitely. And XLM from yesterday we passed, so we have to do this one for you today. And all right, guys. So okay, guys. So we're gonna stop there with this one AERO, and we're gonna take ton as well. All right, and POPCAT. Okay, so finally that's it, guys. Anything else we're gonna put it if we have more time. But basically, this stream is gonna be around 1 hour, maximum 1 hour and a half. Okay, so we're gonna try, of course, to get very fast with it as much as possible and to be informative as well at the same time. So let's start with Bitcoin. Very micro analysis for the move towards the upside that we saw today. So we're gonna start with Bitcoin here. Okay, so basically on Bitcoin, yes, today in the video for the indicators, we did, of course, also a micro analysis. We said, of course, we have hit our target, the 1-to-1 fib level, very nicely, and we start to see, of course, this rebound that we were expecting. So it is very nice to see it, and of course, potentially here we have finished a structure. For me, it looks like even like Honestly, it doesn't look like it perfect, but still fine. Like this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 5, where you have finished also 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this impulse is done, is finished. And basically, we mentioned yesterday that this is definitely, of course, an expanding diagonal here, which it might be, of course, a wave A, wave B, wave C for a W, X, and a Y. So only in W, X, and a Y we're done, we finished, but we still have a potential, of course, for one more leg in case, of course, that this is gonna play again the second scenario, which is the ABC. It might be, of course, turning into 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? So wave 5 still can be, of course, an ABC, but basically that is this scenario for WXY, which I trusted much more here, and especially, of course, because of the running flat for wave X here. This sideways, a very complex sideways, it says already that this is a very complex structure, WX and a Y, and this is, of course, a very clear wave X. Therefore, I'm still expecting, of course, to move for higher, and that we bottomed there for this correction, and we should see, of course, continuation for higher prices. On the 15-minute chart, we can see that we have kind of like here wave 1. I would say this is kind of like an impulse toward the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1, wave 2, very shallow. Now we see double 1, 2, but yeah, we start to see kind of like struggling a little bit here, which I'm a little bit, of course, I prefer to watching it. Yeah, so it's not yet 100% confirmed, guys, that we are done here and that we're moving toward the upside, but it's a very nice signal to see the channel here broken, as those lows are broken, and we see, of course, continuation towards the upside. So what I would like to see, of course, is a better price here as waves. Like I would like to see 5 waves somehow like that, and then having wave 2 retesting the channel probably, and then moving toward the upside. Okay, so that would be a very nice signal if we get it. Maybe it's gonna be like one more leg toward the upside, even 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So that would be nice. If we take the high, even the probabilities right now increase, because this is gonna form kind of like 5 waves already toward the upside, defining the market direction for higher prices. So that would be good. But of course, we still have to pass the zigzag testing, okay? Which is the middle part of this correction. Might, of course, unfold still. Well, if we get to this part anyway, you invalidate. So if we want to make sure, let's get some levels here. If we want to make sure that we are not bearish anymore, we will not see, of course, something very bearish, and that we're moving toward the downside for Bitcoin, this is your invalidation of bearish, okay? So once we take this price, that would be an awesome indication that any kind of impulsive waves toward the downside are gone. And so far, if this is going to turn into ABC zigzag, we're already secured, because if the 1-to-1 fib level might reach, of course, this target. So I would say good signals we are looking at right now. Finger crossed. We need, of course, to see continuation toward the upside, or at least retracement and continuation to hit, of course, the 115K 845. So this is to be watched. This would be, of course, the confirmation that there is nothing scary anymore, and that, of course, whatever it's going to happen, we still, of course, have a potential toward the upside. Whether this one is taken, okay, we're moving down. If this one is taken, we still, of course, secure towards the upside. That's simple as much as it is right now. If we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, for the Bitcoin dominance, I was looking, of course, for this 1-to-1 fib level from yesterday. Well, it's not reached yet. And it might be, of course, this like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can be. It can be, of course, one more leg toward the upside to finish this ending diagonal as ABC. But after this, we know that we have finished finally a 3-ways corrective for a wave 4. After, of course, this massive impulse in double 1, 2, 3, 4, and you would like to see 5, 4, 5. And that means, of course, once this will proceed to move toward the downside, you have to expect, of course, the altcoins will, of course, continue their trend toward the upside. It doesn't mean Bitcoin will move down as well. It means simply it will not be performing the same as the altcoins, okay? It might, of course, unfold something higher for Bitcoin at the same time. So what I see here is, of course, can be a finished diagonal, but it can be even expanded, right? The diagonal can expand. So you can see here, you have a zigzag wave 1, you have a wave 2, you have a wave 3, you have a wave 4, ABC again for wave 5. So I can say, okay, it's gone, it's finished. But it can expand how? By transferring all of those waves here to make it wave 3, and then getting a wave 4, and then another zigzag for wave 5 to hit the 1-to-1 fib level. However, what is good thing here is that we are looking at almost a finished structure correctively. And this is the signal that we want. How do I know that it is corrective? There is no impulses here. There is no 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's say, okay, that this is something wave 3. Everything is overlapping, and that means it's a bunch of zigzags all together. And that means, of course, yes, this is an ending diagonal, and when an ending diagonal appears, it means, okay, we're ending this structure. So it's going to be finished sooner or later. And what is good also, if you take the trend of this diagonal, you will see, of course, the price just start to break it. If we see continuation, that's a very, very good signal that, okay, that was it. All right. So yeah, very nice also for the dominance. It shows also nice signal and nice, of course, formation that, okay, this is kind of like overlapping in zigzag for ending diagonal, meaning sooner or later we're gonna proceed the trend toward the downside, and then it might, of course, proceed the same price action that we saw before this week. Yeah, meaning higher prices for both sides, Bitcoin and altcoins. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin dominance. Ali, thank you for the $2, man. You don't have to, man, but thank you very much. Thank you for the support. And you are asking for PENGU. Yes, sure, buddy. With pleasure. Here we go. PENGU is there as well. So basically, if we put USDT dominance right now, let's see the dominance of USDT. Okay. So yeah, basically the dominance was also predicted to move toward the downside before, and it worked actually. Let me adjust the count here. So we have finished wave 3 over there. The wave 4 is here unfolding. Okay, we might see continuation we did not invalidate yet the impulse. You still have wave 5 to unfold. Invalidation of bearish. Okay, so not taken yet. So basically, you might see, of course, continuation. Let me check a little bit lower time frame. If this is corrective or impulsive. Okay, it looks impulsive, but 1, 2, leading diagonal 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so basically it has two faces, guys. So you have 1, 2, a leading diagonal, another 1, 2, and now you're seeing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, meaning 4, 5, 4, 5. So yeah, if the USDT dominance is continuing for higher, I think this affects the market, affect the prices negatively, right? Because of course, if investors are switching to USDT, that means of course everyone is flushing out, right? So basically, what I see right now, we are still impulsive toward the downside. As you can see, you are in wave 4. Now, the second phase of this correction before moving, you have an A, you have a B, and a wave C. Okay, can be finished. All right, it can be finished before reaching, of course, the invalidation, and you move impulsively toward the downside. Let's check this as an impulse. Is it impulsive? Well, yes, it can be, but yeah, it can be still. This can be, of course, a formation of wave 4 and a 5, but you still need some much better price, yeah, much better pattern. If this is gonna invalidate there again, yeah, so you have to consider it as corrective. So if you see this price here, okay, taken as a wave 4, that might invalidate it, unless it's gonna finish as triangle, okay, and then wave 5. Therefore, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning, okay, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, continuation for the trend for lower prices. We're gonna see this, of course, step by step, but I think I think the signals given today by hitting all the targets that we mentioned yesterday. By the way, most of the alts have hit perfectly the targets and rebound. All of them. Almost all of them, and including Injective, very close to the 1-to-1 fib level, SUI as well, and Render. All of them are very close to our targets, and we see this rebound as expected. But now the question mark is, are we going to get invalidation for this impulse, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? Or are we going to continue directly for lower? But in both case scenario, even if we continue one more leg, this should finish up, of course, this structure, definitely. So the question mark, are we in WX and a Y or ABC as an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? This is basically in most of the altcoins that we saw yesterday. So let's start with one by one again with the new price action for WIF at 26. So let's see with Siri, Inna. Okay, so everything new, guys. If we have more time, of course, we're gonna do it there. Alfonso, nice to see you, man. So I'd like to hear your opinion on Algorand. Of course, buddy. We're gonna see if we have more time. Definitely with pleasure, man. So for WIF, as you can see, we are in WX and a Y, potentially here as expected in the blue box, hit the 1-to-1 fib level as expected also yesterday. And we might see, of course, a rebound. Will this rebound survive? Will unfold something for higher prices? On the 15-minute chart, we can see something impulsive, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4 sideways and wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So I would consider this, yes, is a finished wave 1 here or a wave A. Meaning, if you are, of course, here impulsive, at least we're still looking for a wave A, B, and a C. Now, would this ABC invalidate the impulse? Well, very likely because it's very close. Here we go. Invalidation of bearish. And that means if we get this area, because if you are here, for example, in a wave 1, 2, and you are in 1, 2, 3, wave 4, if this wave 4 is going to get invalidation, okay, this whole impulse is gone, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if your wave 4 is finished there and we move down, we take the low, okay, this is your wave 5. It might finish an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, of course, you still have the option of an A, B, and a C there. Okay, so still have A, B, and a C. All right, so the same scenario almost repeating on what we saw before on Bitcoin as well. Yep, so we're gonna watch this invalidation, of course, watch it. It's a key level. If you take it, this is your first signal, of course, that we might proceed toward the upside. Now, a second signal would be nicer is to take this one, right? Invalidation for bearish this is much bigger confirmation that you're moving for higher prices again for the new highs. But this one is invalidation for this impulse, okay? And if we take this one, that would be great. All right, so let's watch and see. Now you finished wave 1, probably here. You're looking for wave B or a wave 2. Yeah, so we're gonna see ABC or wave 2, and then continuation impulsively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be great. Okay, that is regarding WIF, the key level for higher prices. So 29-minute, we're gonna see SUI. Okay, for SUI, here we go. Okay, so we have currently as well the same almost ABC. I would say is not finished because if this is, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in this structure, it is very weird. Like if you want to take 1, 2, 3, wave 4, meaning this is your wave 5, right? Your wave 5 should be a zigzag. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is your wave 5? Your wave 4 right now is longer than wave 2. So already indication that something is wrong here with this impulse, right? Something is being broken. And on SUI, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 already on the 1 hour chart. So that is a very nice indication that we're moving toward the upside. Okay, so this is a leading diagonal, wave 2. You see wave 3, wave 4, very sideways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So very nice, I would say. That's normal to see some red in case this is an A, B, and a C, or in case it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we take a fib level here for a wave 2 as an impulse, we did not reach yet the 0.38. So very normal to see even lower prices a little bit for a wave 2, wave B, wave C, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We're going to see this. But a good indication here is that this trend, this ending diagonal is broken. It has turned into very corrective 3 waves. And that means here you might have also 3 waves. Yep, so more signals that we are in WX and a Y here. Okay, this is a kind of confirmation that this is a WX and a Y here on SUI. All right, so I'm going to mention this as a WX and a Y for a wave 2. The wave C is not finished yet. If you are in a wave C here, how this can work? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you are in a wave C here, you have to consider this wave 4 is a running flat, and then of course moving for one more leg, which I doubt it. Okay, very rare case to get like a running flat like this in a wave 4, but yeah, I doubt it. So higher possibility it's a wave Y here, and this is due to the final 3 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it can be, yes, possibility zigzag, that this 3 ways is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So still the same, like kind of an ending diagonal. So it's gonna basically stay inside this blue box as expected for a wave C even. Yeah. And because if it is an ending diagonal, we're ending up the things. Okay. Yep. So very also nice indication. Of course, invalidation for SUI would be taken there. So this is your invalidation of bearish. If the price moves to this side, that would be a good indication, of course, that the impulse is taken. Okay. Even in a wave 4, as a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, your wave 4 will be longer than your wave 2. So if you take this invalidation, there is no diagonal even. As a big diagonal, it cannot be considered the wave 4 is longer than wave 2, which is not allowed. Therefore, it finished already in 3 waves, W, X, and a Y. After 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down again. Yep. Unless, of course, also don't forget the alternative bullish scenario that we mentioned as a wave 2 here. Yeah, so we have 2 scenarios still playing in SUI, where the first one, by the way, is still perfect as a wave 4, as I mentioned, W, X, and a Y in a wave 4, and perfect hit, by the way. Or we are in this alternative scenario. I'm gonna go higher time frame, 2 hours, as a big wave 1, 2, meaning you topped exactly that, a wave 5, a wave 1 here, and you're looking for a wave 2. Wave 2 is a WX and a Y hitting in the minimum requirement and even below it. So yeah, that would be ABC, maybe one more leg is fine, or WX and a Y finished and we move toward the upside. So double scenarios here and double hit at the same time. So I'm very positive, guys, for of course the bullish. Okay, because in both case scenario, you see a confluence right now. So yeah, that might unfold something very interesting. Okay, the special requests are increasing. Okay, Movitz, nice to see you, man. Hi, KG, I made it. That's good to see you, man. Injective as well. All right, we're gonna see. Well, it's one of the main, but yeah, it's a little bit late. But if we have time, of course, we're gonna do it. Otherwise, of course, I'm gonna share it on Discord. You are already our members, so it's gonna be easier. We have Sai. Who else? Dogecoin. Okay, I hope that we do it, guys. Epsilon to check meme games. WTF, just type it as meme games. For Omega X, yes, it's the wrapped one. Okay. Okay, man. Okay, it's a very weird coins that you mentioned, which I don't like to really have on the screen. But I mean, for the channel, because I never hear about it, you know. But I don't know what you mean. Meme games. This one. Okay, it's all based on wrapped and so on, and I don't like this wrapped thing because I really don't find it. I really don't find it on the platforms, on the exchanges. I don't know if this one, meme games. This is the only one that I find. It's all on Radium. Okay, that's why. Okay, Radium is a platform where you start new coins which are so much untrusted yet. Okay, so be careful, man. I prefer to not, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I prefer to keep this space for something much more secure. I'm sorry, buddy. I want to encourage you also to just trade very trusted coins and yeah, to not see some yeah, shaky, you know. House 36. Here we go. So house USD, I think. All right. Okay. So no, all-time history. Is it good or not? Okay, we did this before there. So let me mark it in red. Okay, so basically for this one, okay, definitely it didn't work. So we did it a very long time ago. We were looking for a wave 4 and a wave 5 potentially, or you are in ABC. Obviously, you are in the ABC because you got the invalidation. You see it? Invalidation of the bullish. And that means, of course, this structure has a turn, of course, as ABC, and you're looking here at another correction. And it might be, of course, a flat here, regular flat, A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y. But very, very ugly chart. I mean, very corrective and moving very sideways toward the downside. And by the way, let me clean up because probably even the things are going to change because you're seeing here a structure 1, 2 potentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3. Wave 4, no invalidation. And then you might continue for lower in an ending diagonal. So not a really good coin, of course. Obviously, especially after a correction, you start to move toward the downside. So yeah, because there is no data, of course, definitely. But yeah, so be careful with this one. In case you are still looking for higher, your maximum target can be in this case, which I don't see any obvious bullish scenario for it, honestly. Here we go. And even let's go with logarithmic. If you are lucky, yeah, which yeah, I don't like to say it about luck here, 0.14, okay? So I don't see any signal of impulses toward the upside. I see, of course, 3 waves, and that means you might still looking for lower. Higher possibility is for lower prices. It might dive deeper. You don't know. Maybe the wave 5 wants to extend. So yeah, be careful with it. The next one is near at 39. Okay, for near, here we go. All right. So for near, we were expecting, yes, in this scenario, a 1-2 perfect hit in the blue zone. And of course, we see here already a potential finish structure. Okay. Let me check. Yes, perfect. All right. So we have a potential here can be ABC finish W, X, and a Y. Almost the same scenario. You can see A, B, and a C here. Kind of 3 waves, right? W, X, and a Y. I'm very convinced with this W, X, and a Y because 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down. Now, it can be, of course, that it's going to turn into kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in an ABC, of course, where the wave C is still looking for one more leg toward the downside. Whereas this one more leg is gonna hit perfectly, of course, the next blue box in case, of course, that we're gonna move for lower. On the lower time frame, 1 hour chart, you see something kind of like 5 waves: 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and a 5. Yes, this is an impulse because, of course, your wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1. And that means, of course, you can count it as a clear impulse towards the upside, meaning at least you have A, B, C, or you are looking here at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Better signal, again, the same. Better signal or more confirmation here is invalidation of this wave C. Meaning if we are still in a wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you take this wave here, okay, it's gone. There is no wave C anymore. It is an X, W, X, and a Y. Okay. Yep, so the same thing for near. Let's watch these levels. All right, let's see FET. So at 41, we're gonna do FET. Well, I mentioned yesterday that FET is one of those group for the AIs right now, AI coins, that they are struggling. Okay, so on the daily FET, I'm already fine with it, that it wants to look, of course, for this target, because it's hard right now to call this, of course, 1 2, but maybe yesterday did we check that if this can be a 1 2 3 4 and a 5? Yes, can be a potential scenario. So just in sake, like for sake of security, I'm just gonna keep it there to keep it in mind. So you might have here a potential 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. But yeah, what I don't like it here is that the wave 2 has to be taken from there, and you see here kind of like open expanding diagonal, and which is very doubtful, guys. Yeah, very doubtful when you see this, which I don't like it so much. But I'm gonna keep it maybe, but I doubt it so much. Not highest possibility. The highest possibility is to take the low still for FET. Okay, so this, if we are in a potential like moving toward the upside, let's check only the fibs as well. Did we reach? Well, we are already in the perfect area. So if you want to move for higher, it should now, right? Otherwise, one more low, it can take the 886, which is, of course, a very clear signal that we're gonna take the low, all right? And yeah, so 1 2 3 4 5, ABC 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and it is a very clear thing here we are looking at. Yeah, so as an impulse is much more clearer even than the other. Why? The others shows kind of 3 waves. This one shows 1 2 3 4 5 for a wave 1 or a wave A, of course. But if you are in wave A, B, and a C, meaning the wave C is still looking for one more leg. But be careful from 1 2 3, therefore, and then 4 and a 5, which is taking the low, and which is the highest possibility for me. All right, I'm gonna keep this, of course, as an alternative. Okay, but the highest possibility is this one. This one. We are estimating here the same possibility as 1 2. We left it there, but yeah, obviously it might move towards the 1-to-1 fib level, taken from the A to the B to the C. Okay, and this wave C is 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Okay, so we're gonna see. All right. Yeah, let me check. Even in the middle, do we see 5 waves? Yes, there are 5 waves also, and this can be considered an impulse. Therefore, yes, just as security, just watch the first scenario. Okay. Next is JASMY. We're gonna do JASMY epsilon cap coins. I already have enough on large cap coins. We know low caps are risky, but all coins started small. Okay. Yeah, buddy, I don't care what they are. It's just like there are exchanges, very international. We all know it, and preferably to, of course, encourage the much more, which is already risky, even for the exchanges, already risky. So what if about those coins on Radium, which are launched by someone we never heard? Okay, we don't know what is behind those coins, and many of people already rooked, tricked people and created coins. I can now create a coin, okay, and just put it on Radium in 5 minutes. Okay, so and just put it on the channel. Yeah, guys, we have a coin, and yeah, then what? I keep all the coins in my wallet, and simply, of course, when it goes high, I just simply pull the rug, right? And so, sorry, man. I know all the story behind the Radium. I know exactly what it is, so you don't need to explain it. And of course, yeah, I don't like to show it on the channel. All right. Let's move for the next. JASMY 46. All right. So for JASMY, okay. So we have the same scenario, of course, WXNOY. Everything looks the same, guys, almost. WXNOY. What you have to be careful with JASMY also, well, much higher possibilities that we finish a WXNOY, and it is a WXNOY potentially. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, this finishing here, this ending 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is an expanding flat, that's why. A, B, C, and then, yeah, this is a problem here again. The same thing, this is what I was expecting to see. Of course, a problematic thing like, yeah, it's not finishing really nicely as an impulse. There is something transforming here to be corrective. And when you see here a corrective, whether you are finishing in an ending diagonal, okay, or you're finishing here in a corrective three ways and you move towards the upside. Three ways corrective, that means, of course, something as W, X, and Y, definitely. It's kind of a confirmation. Otherwise, we have to transform this into, of course, 5 ways ending diagonal. Okay. And ending diagonal meaning ABC, definitely. Of course, it means A, B, and a C. And what is good here, what is good in JASMY, is that you already took invalidation, but for impulse only, but it can transform, of course, to diagonal. Okay, why? Because the wave 4 is still, of course, shorter than wave 2. In case you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. Uh, sorry for the noise. I don't know what happened outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah. So it might be, of course, a bigger ending diagonal. What is much more beautiful is that is definitely this is ABC, right? When you see a bigger ending diagonal, it is definitely, of course, an ABC. Why? Because you're ending up, of course, this three-way structure, and which is a confirmation that you are corrective. We're moving towards the upside. Very nice. Great. KG, sorry, virtuals, if you have time. If not, that's okay. We're gonna add it. I'm trying, of course, here to move as much as possible faster, but yes, we're gonna add it. Tato and Turbo. We saw Turbo yesterday, I think. Yeah, we're gonna see it a little bit faster today, but yeah, I prefer, again, guys, try to focus on good coins. I don't want to push you towards something, but just try to get some good charts always. Yeah, this is the thing. With Turbo is not really, was it impulsive? Oh, sorry, man, it was impulsive. Sorry, I thought that it was not. So it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. All right. Let's see tau. 49. Tau USD. Okay. So for tau, as we mentioned, it is like kind of one of those group that we might have, of course, as a little bit still looking corrective, like for a bigger correction as ABC probably, unless of course you are in a 1-2, same as FET. It is in the FET group here, the same scenario that it might unfold for FET, it might unfold as well for TAL. But don't forget, we need to test always, of course, because we don't want to miss the trade, right? So basically, you might have right now the perfect target for a wave 2. But of course, it is questionable how much long this perfect wave 3 it is. Yeah. You have also a leading diagonal, which is 70%. Normally, it forms a leading diagonal for an impulse, right? When you see leading diagonal, you go 70%, okay, something impulsive, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now you see, of course, 1, 2, 3, potentially the wave 3 finished here, and 4, very shallow based on the wave 2, which I don't like it as well. But I prefer to consider that all of this, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, wave 3, 4, and a 5. Well, it's a perfect impulse. Okay. Yeah. So it can be even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, as an impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, 4, and a 5. You have a small 1, 2, it becomes fractal. And this wave 4 here reflects this wave 2, which is much more understandable. And that means higher possibility is for 1, 2, 3 here. Okay. And if this is the case, you might see, of course, the low taken. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yep. Which is an alternative scenario here. Yeah. The alternative scenario here is, of course, double 1, 2. So you have 1, 2, another 1, 2 here, and you move for higher. Okay. So one of those. If this is going to turn like corrective, and here is very clear impulsive, so 886 is your signal, and you move toward the downside. Okay. And that means, of course, this might be a bigger 1, 2 here. I don't know. I think I deleted by mistake. Here we go. A bigger 1, 2, which it might be, of course, for this blue zone there. Okay. It can be even just simply taking the low. Yeah, it's not necessarily to hit the box, but simply to take the low. Okay, so that is regarding, of course, Tau. Ron, nice to see you, buddy. Thanks, KG, for Sui on the 1 hour. Doesn't the proportion looks a bit off for a 5 week? 5 wave, you mean? Okay, for a 5 wave move already. Would say microwave 4 in progress. Need one more high for mic. Okay, buddy. I don't know, but yeah, we already saw Sui. I'm very, of course, convinced in what we saw. Basically, we are in WXNY. Let's watch the invalidations and so on. If there is one more leg towards the downside, of course, we might get it. Okay. Yeah. So this is the thing. I prefer to keep it with the levels a little bit. Of course, the 5 waves on the micro level can be something else. Okay. On the micro, still can be unsecured so much. Yeah. So that's why I always consider the level with it, the invalidation and so on. So yes. But basically, it shows good price action. I mean, this rebound. Let's see dot. For dot is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave A, B, and a C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, something is problematic here with this finishing, unless, of course, you're still correcting an A, B, and a C, wave 4, and a wave 5 for a wave C. So again, the same scenario. I'm still looking for this blue box in case we are still corrective, because I don't see, of course, on the 1 hour. Well, we can consider this 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, we still have to consider both case scenarios: ABC unfinished or W, X, and a Y. Okay. And this all depends, of course, guys, on the Bitcoin dominance when it starts to continue the trend downward. Okay. It depends on this Bitcoin dominance. When we see it continue towards the downside, the things are going, of course, up for the prices. Yes. So most welcome, Run. Okay, WTF, I think this was regarded to the radium thing. CRV, we're gonna put CRV at 55. So basically, the things are still, of course, not 100% clear. Of course, we need confirmation, we need invalidations of bearish, we need to see those prices taken. For example, here in DOT, you would like to see also taken as invalidation of impulse toward the downside, because currently you still can count this like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. In case it takes it, well, you have to also make sure that this wave 4 is longer than wave 2. Once this happens, okay, it's done. That is nothing yet bearish. Okay. This is the thing. So we need those confirmation. Once we get those confirmation, then yes, we make the things even much more positive than this. Right now it is positive, but not yet 100% clear. Yes, we didn't do CRV, so why I'm moving to another one, CRV. Okay, and I think curve yesterday we didn't take a look, so let's take a look at it. So basically, curve on the all-time history, you start very massively towards the downside, 3 corrective wave followed by 3 corrective wave, and then of course you want to finish with 5 waves downward, where you finish of course a wave C here, finishing wave A or a wave B, of course, in case you found psychology here, then for A, B, and a C. In case you finish 3 waves, you're looking, of course, for higher. You finished a correction, whether you start a new correction or you start an impulse. Therefore, the price action given after it, of course, was 3 waves, meaning you still have a potential for impulse as, of course, diagonal, or you are simply corrective, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this might unfold, of course, a bigger 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then you continue toward the downside, which is not a perfection for a chart, but still okay. So ABC here can transfer, of course, to something wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, it is working. Okay, currently it is working well. You see a leading diagonal here, right, inside this wave A. In case you are in a wave A, of course, as a zigzag, you are in a leading diagonal, which is 70%, an impulse unfolding, but you would like to see continuation for this impulse, okay? So we'd like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is your wave 4 right now on the lower time frame. So let's see it. So on the lower time frame here, you are looking at a potential, as we said, of course, a leading diagonal wave 1 or a wave 2, right? Let me remove this. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to remove the triangle. We don't have a triangle. And of course, you have here a big wave 1, 2, potentially 3 not finished yet. And inside this 1, 2, 3 here, you have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So if this is your wave 3 finished, I'm not convinced. Of course, I'm not convinced that this is wave 3, because if it is the case, you got invalidation almost. Yes, you just got invalidation. Therefore, I believe that this, I'm gonna put it in yellow. It's a bigger thing here. The same scenario is following, and I believe this is another 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Okay. So as a signal for wave 2 here, an expanding flat. Okay, we did not reach yet the perfect targets. Now, why I didn't took it from the high here? Well, let me check. No, this is corrective. This is corrective, totally corrective. 1, 2, 3, 4, invalidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 5 longer than wave 3. Double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Where are they? So, very corrective, of course. And A, B, and a C expanding flat, not finished. And that means, of course, be careful. You might get another wave toward the downside. It might be an ending diagonal, or currently is still impulsive. Okay, so invalidation of bearish, meaning if you take this level here, you might stop, of course, the impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but you still have to consider ending diagonal. Yep. So on the lower time frame, well, it's not good. It's not good like the others, because you have, if this is your wave 3, if this is 1, 2, 3, your wave 3 is the shortest, unless you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as yeah, but this is a triangle here. Very nice. Okay, so it shows even potential for higher. Yeah, not clear. Even the candles and the gaps are not helping so much for clarity. But on the 1 hour chart, even it looks like a zigzag. 1, 2, 3. So be careful. Yeah, be careful. It might turn as an ABC and then moving for one more leg. Okay, because it is required anyway. You did not reach yet the minimum target for bullish. Okay, so yep. Cyprian, hello KG, how are you today? Greetings from Tenerife. Wow, Tenerife, I like this island. I'm gonna visit it one day, of course. Enjoy your time, buddy. Do you live there or are you in holiday there? Yeah, it's a very nice island. All right, so yep, that was regarding CRV. XLM, so we're gonna see XLM at 1 hour, 1 minute. Okay, we have to move on, guys. We already passed the 1 hour. So we're gonna extend 30 minutes, of course. So XLM. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, it's a very long one. Okay, it's a good chart. XLM showing, of course, an impulse towards the upside, finishing wave 1 or wave A. WX and a Y, very long correction. So it is very close even to XRP somehow, or H bar. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, very interesting chart. Not bad. And inside it, of course, after this 1, 2, we see wave 3, wave 4. No invalidation yet taken. So very nice. We saw, of course, deeper a little bit, but expected inside this blue box already for a wave 4. Here we go. And yeah, everything looks great. So I would say it's a good chart and it show potential. And we're still looking for wave 5 in the blue scenario to finish wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. It looks great, honestly. Yeah. Let's move also to hours to see it closer. This is definitely very corrective. Very, very corrective. Yes, it's a WX and a Y. Yep. Big WX zigzag wave Y. Here we go. And you move higher impulsively. Definitely. Now, there is no doubt that this is an impulse, honestly. So, yeah, it's a good signal. You move higher for XLM. Okay, good one. Targets 4 away 5 given already? Yes. I don't know if they are given. No, this is a macro target. So the micro target 4 away 5 in the blue here. Okay, let me just snap. Okay. So this is wave 5/1. There you go. So probably you might hit, of course, this wave 5 here in this blue box first. Okay, it might be extended, but this is your target. Cyprian, if you have more time, you can make analysis to Forta. I don't think we have more time, buddies, already. I just mentioned that we're gonna extend 30 minutes, but I'm gonna try my best. And oh, you live there, Cyprian. Wow, nice. um, great. Wow, you live in Tenerife. Wow, that's a nice one. Well, yeah, I will consider then a visit. I will make sure maybe to tell you, of course, when I plan for it. But currently not yet, not yet. but it's a nice place to live in, of course. All right, so yep, so this is a wave 5 target. We might see, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside. Great, that is regarding XLM. Nice chart. I like it. I might add it into our, to not forget. I'm gonna add it already in our trusted list, and we're gonna put it actually in the primary and at least category B, at least. Yeah. So let me check this. Okay, here we go. Category B, XLM. And we might add it into some videos. Why not? Yeah, so why not? Can be. All right, add it. Okay, so good one. Next one is AERO. Okay, 1 hour, 6 minutes. USD. Okay, we didn't do this before. Let's see, crypto.com. Is it a good chart? Oh, I hope that this is not the all-time history. Okay, this is the all-time history. Obviously, we were here before. Okay. All right. So yes, we already saw this. So it might be, of course, an ABC here as a regular flat, and it looks like it is. You are looking here at an expanding flat finished, and yeah, you're looking for higher. Definitely, this is a diagonal. Here we go. You finish the diagonal and potentially the wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would like simply to see this target taken, okay? At 2.7, 2.58. I would say this, yes, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 so far. So, yep, that is regarding AERO. Tone at 1 hour, 7 minutes. You asked for Forta in case we still have a little bit time. So, ton. All right, USD. Okay, we were there, of course. Yeah, can be an impulsive chart first in the beginning here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, wave 1, ABC, and then continuation as impulsive here, 1, 2, and then wave 3. Okay, it's a very old one, very old analysis. Okay, but obviously we're moving for higher. But let me, of course, this is can be a wave 1 only in diagonal. Okay, for a wave C, meaning A, B, and you're looking here at a zigzag. Wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like this. This is what I'm expecting. But let me clean up. It's too much. Okay. And all right, we were looking potentially here wave 2. Yes, given if this is a wave 1 here, well, yeah, that's right. That's right. We're still in an impulse even towards the downside. So we still, of course, has a potential of an impulse here in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Why? Because your invalidation is not taken. Invalidation of bearish is not taken. Unless on the 2 hours chart, let's see. Now this is an impulse, but the problem with it, if you are in a wave 1, 2, what happened after it? Therefore, it's turning corrective definitely. Okay, so this, be careful, it's turning corrective, meaning a wave 4, yeah, it's a very long wave 2. I mean, 1, ABC wave 2, but still possible, yeah? Unless a wave 4, be careful with it. But anyway, if you take a look here, if you are in a zigzag, you might take the invalidation anyway. So therefore, yes, the possibility is still high, of course, that you are in a 1, 2 here, okay? In a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is an impulse already. as you can see, it's already an impulse. You have the 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we move inside it, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Okay, wave 1 is there. A, B, and a C expanding flat. Wave 2, exactly. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, perfect. Wave 3. Zigzag, wave 4. 1, 2, 3. What an ugly wave 5, but still, of course, an ending diagonal wave 5. Okay. Yes, you just finish it. And you might be in a 1, 2 again. You might be in another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Okay. So that means in a bigger picture, okay, yes, it can be a possibility that you are bullish there and you continue the trend toward the upside after wave 2 here. Okay. But more confirmation and more confidence would be once you take the 4.44. Once you take it, that means, of course, you're moving towards the upside. What is the next target? First priority is a wave 3 in diagonal. Because you are in an ending diagonal, wave 3 diagonal might be reaching this target. 13.13. The ending diagonal is somehow like that. Might unfold somehow like this. And you might see, of course, this blue zone over there. And if you want to be more safe, just take it as linear and not logarithmic. Here we go, guys. So $9 or 8.3. Okay. Preferably like this first. If we break it, okay, then we shift to the logarithmic. Okay. All right. That was regarding ton. Let's move for the next one, which is a POPCAT 1 hour 12. POPCAT. All right. Yeah, so for POPCAT, we are looking already on the daily here. We're still targeting potentially an ABC, as of course, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1 to 1 fib level might be hit. However, you started, of course, with a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2, and of course, something here started to unfold. Not nice to see, but yeah, we're gonna check inside it. So inside it, if you are in 1, 2 here, you have a 1, 2, and you probably have another 1, 2. Now this has took the low, so it's not possible for double 1, 2 anymore, and that means you has shifted here as a corrective, and you're still looking for lower, meaning potentially this might unfold as A, B, and a C here, as a regular flat. Wave a C in regular flat. Yeah, so coming back potentially to this area, and if we have the fib level for wave 2, yes, it is in the perfect fib level for wave 2. So Stokan, of course, has a high potential, but yeah, don't forget it's a meme coin. It's about trend, right? It's about trend. It's not about projects here, right? So 1, ABC, and then wave 3. But trade safe, of course, with meme coins. Yeah, those are regarding POPCAT. Just checking something also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is a scenario. I have it already as well. Also consider this scenario. So before moving to this area, we still need to check this blue box where we are right now. And by the way, this is a priority right now, and that's why I had it before. But what is not nice to see is that the 1-to-1 fib level is already broken, ABC. Yeah, and you still see kind of like unfinished structure. This is 3 wave, unless this is wave C, one more leg, and you finished here as W, X, and a Y. Therefore, this is yes, can be wave 2. But if you see lower prices, this might be a wave C. If you take the 886 here, that is not good, okay? Once you take the 886, meaning Yeah, you're gonna take the low, and you might shift to the next scenario, next target here, okay, as a big A, B, and a C, and then moving toward the upside. So this is how it's gonna work step by step. First target, okay, if we succeed, we move higher. If not, if you take this, you're moving to this area and especially this zone. Okay, the next one, PENGU. Obviously, it's a meme coin. All right. I think we never did this before. Penguins. All right, guys. Is this all-time history? It's a very fresh chart then, and a meme coin that is double risk. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I'm gonna consider you start, of course, a new market there after a corrective wave ABC, and you start impulsive toward the upside. Okay, so you finish basically a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it's an ABC finished. A, B, and a C. Okay. Yep. Let's put this in the blue. Meaning in both case scenarios, you're looking for lower. Okay, and your wave 2 might be at least, of course, minimum requirement 0.38. Okay, so yeah, be careful with this one. 2, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Next target, this area. In both case scenario, whether A, B, and a C, or of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, be careful again with this one. Ena at 1 hour 17. Okay, let's try 1 minute, guys, each one, so we can do for everyone. Here we go. All right, so for ENA, the last price was, of course, wave 2. Nice, of course, to see the target hit from yesterday and perfectly hit. And we move impulsively, right? We move impulsively. And yeah, it is a clear impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I suggest, of course, continuation toward the upside and finger crossed. That is obviously it's a corrective wave. And especially here, it looks like a W, X, and a Y. Okay, with this three wavy structure. Great. That is for ENA. This is Algorand. Okay, so 1 hour 17 point, I don't know, 40. Algorand. Okay. Okay, this one I remember it. Never ask me about it again, please. I remember it. Sorry, guys. Injective. 1 hour 18 minutes. Very bad chart for Algorand. Okay. Yeah. Injective USD. All right. So we had an alternative for injective, right? And we see, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level even not hit yet, showing some strengths here for injective. I'm very doubtful about the structure there, again, because it has finished in somehow 3 ways. Yeah. 3 ways. And here you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then kind of like 3 waves after it. Or I would say like 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is a wave X, like WX and a Y inside a bigger WX and a Y. What I mean here is that the wave C is not finished. Yeah, if you are in ABC, it's not done. Otherwise, you finish simply here in a W, X, and a Y. Why? Because the ending here is not convincing. And as you can see, I was expecting an ending diagonal here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 4 went very high. A signal, of course, of something went corrective, totally corrective, and we're moving for higher. On the 15-minute chart, we can see, of course, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finishing there a wave 3. So I would say let's call this a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 finishing right now as, of course, wave 3, and you still have 1, 2, 4 and a 5. So very nice for injective. We see, of course, a rebound. We see clearer price action. And yeah, I see, of course, guys, something unfolding for higher prices very soon. I see even confluence with our previous scenario. So our previous scenario, yes, we took invalidation of a wave 4 yesterday. This wave 1. In this scenario, if we are looking still for a wave 4 here as ABC, right? Expanding flat, we took the invalidation and we start to rebound directly. But that doesn't mean that you are bearish. You have another active bullish scenario as double 1, 2 here, meaning much more bullish even. 1, 2, and then another wave 1 finished and wave 2. Even in double 1, 2, you can consider this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, you have double 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, and a 5. And this, your ABC. And moving toward the upside. And this, of course, might be much more bullish, meaning on the daily, guys, imagine you move towards the upside straight one line to this target, because this is our target in any way, this blue zone. Leading diagonal, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, and ABC, wave B, and wave C, right? So A, B, and a C. This zone has to be hit. And imagine you move directly like this. It is like this, but internally it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You just got the 1, 2 of it, and you might, of course, explode toward the upside very soon for the next week. Yep, so that is very, very interesting, and we start to get a signal exactly in the blue box as expected. All right, that was for injective. Let's see SI at 1 hour, 21, 30 minutes. 30 seconds. Psi, all right. So, okay, for Psi, whether we are in 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, did we took invalidation? Yes. We took invalidation. Therefore, of course, we switch to alternative scenario, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished very simply. Okay. Meaning here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished over there. Okay. And of course, I didn't took this in the beginning, guys, because you have a priority always. Okay, priority was for a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 until you get invalidation. Okay, that was the signal. We're shifting in 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're gonna test this right now. And here we go. This is your target. Wave 2, 0.38 minimum target taken. So awesome. You might see, of course, higher prices. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, if this scenario fails, therefore there is no bullish anymore. Okay, then we are bearish. If this fails, meaning if we move down, if we take the 886, okay, we take the low, even we go lower. Lower meaning something continue there. Okay, yeah. So, but finger crossed. Of course, we are already impulsive, guys. Look, why I am very confident that we're looking for higher in most of the coins, and why I'm shifting to double 1, 2, which is more bullish. You will say this guy is crazy. He's more bullish right now despite the red, right? But if you take a look in most of the altcoins, you have already impulses in the start here for wave 1. And when you have a start with an impulse, no invalidation, it's a perfect impulse. And even some chart shows even much nicer impulses than this one. So 1, 2, right? 1, 2. And if you are corrective, A, B, and a C, the wave C has to be, of course, 5 waves towards the upside and not 3 waves, right? So, and hitting, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level. Now, this scenario has been, here we go, taken as 1-to-1 fib level, has been overshooted, right? Now, it can be, of course, but still overshooting it is a little bit doubtful for a zigzag, okay? It can be extended, but very rare case. And I'm still, of course, seeing here correction. When you see 3 waves down, it's corrective. Therefore, okay, I'm still looking for higher. So what is the scenario rather than 1, 2, 1, 2 there, right? So this is on most of the coins. All right, the next one. Sorry, Alex, a little bit late, buddy, but we are in the section if we have more time, and we're very close to the 1 hour and a half. Yeah, for the next time, of course, and SPX 6900 is gonna be on our schedule to do tomorrow for the video. So yeah, no worries, buddy. It's gonna be there, and you can check yesterday analysis we analyzed also. SPX. We were looking for Doge. Okay. Yeah, for Dogecoin, okay. We still, of course, looking for this ABC, obviously, right? Now it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I'm still looking potentially for this box on the daily, but on the 2 hours, let's see what do we have. Yes, you still can get it. Don't forget, you still potentially hear 3 waves. It's not confirmed yet that is impulsive. If you get fifth waves, okay, it might be, but still, of course, you need to invalidate this. It's very far. Invalidation of bearish, okay? You still need to invalidate this to turn into WXNOI here. WXNOI. Otherwise, you are in A, B, and a C, which is unfinished. Here we go. Wave 2. Wave 2 can be finished here or the next leg in the blue box. Okay. What is that wave 2 here? Okay, just forget it. All right, so watch the invalidation, of course. Let's put the price for you. Here we go. 0.22. Okay. Next is virtuals, 1 hour 27. All right. Virtuals. Here we go. All right, for virtuals, we have, virtuals is one of those group, FET and tau, be careful. A deeper wave 2, a big wave 1, but deeper wave 2, and it might unfold toward the upside. Still working like water, and of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still expected inside this blue box. More precision given for the 1-to-1 fib level and the 1.05. We are for turbo here. Okay, 1 hour 27:30 seconds for turbo. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so we are bullish on turbo on the daily. Okay, it's very clear. Wave A or wave 1. And we are looking here at a corrective wave followed by an impulse. Wave 1 finish can be. Now be careful because we turned 3 waves here and we're very, very close for invalidation, right? Let me check. Yes, but it's still very far. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely 3 ways. Invalidation taken here. Yes, taken here, invalidation. So if you are in 1, 2, 3, wave 4 invalidated. Therefore, yes, I'm still looking for this expanding flat. Wave 2 can be, of course, just simply taking the low. It's not necessarily to hit the precision, but it's a high precision here. Okay, you have double box. Okay, this is the highest precision. It's still, of course, looking for lower, definitely. Okay, for a Forta, 1 hour 29, which is the last one for today. Forta USD. You mean fourth, I think, right? Fourth USD? I think so. There is no Forta. Let's see this one. Oh, horrible. Okay, it's not good, man. So we're gonna skip this one because it's it's not good. If in this case, we're gonna take SPX 6900 for Alexio. How you doing, man? So here we go. This is SPX for you. We have, of course, the wave 4, right? and then wave 5 moving toward the upside. We have hit the 1-to-1 fib level as expected yesterday, so very nice. We see, oh, very nice impulse, yeah, so very, very nice impulse. You are in the wave 4 after double 1 2 1 2 1 2, wave 3, wave 4 5 4 5. So that is a very nice signal, guys. We are mostly moving for higher. Now watch the invalidation for every coin for much more confidence, of course, and much more signals that yes, we are aiming for higher. We have finished from the correction, and in case that we still corrective, don't forget you are right now in WXNY. If not taken here, you might still have one more leg, of course, for an A, B, and a C. Yeah. So most of them, of course, might be might be in ABC or can be, of course, in WXNY finished watch, of course, those invalidations. You are very welcome, guys. We're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen. Finger crossed, of course. Watch those invalidations step by step. But the things are turning to be, of course, corrective, much more secured to be corrective rather than, of course, bearish. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support and your likes, and see you tomorrow with some new updates.